You must protect the people who are your subordinates, who are dependent on you, your children. Like, it's a very common thing to insult your children from their childhood. Why did you spoil that carpet? Why did you do that? You should not have said this. Why did you? This is a very wrong thing of discipline. Best discipline is to put dignity into children. You see, a good home in India, we say, is known by the way children are addressed in the family. Like in a good family, we address the children like sir, little bit like that. Means sir. We never address the children with indignity, and we put them on a dignified level. And it's a very nice thing. I'll tell you about my own granddaughter, that somebody was telling her one day that there's this boy, and why don't you marry him? I said, why do you want to talk about marriage? I'm not yet grown at all to think about marriage. And we have to be dignified about things. How can we think of marriage when we are not to think? And my grandmother will marry me, and I want to live a dignified person. A little girl of 7 years said this to this woman, who was very sort of pseudo-intellectual type, and she tried to tease my granddaughter. She said, this is not dignified. Just think of that. At the age of 7 years, they have their sense of dignity. If you tell them, you see, you need not tell them don't spoil the carpet, but give them dignity. They will never spoil it. You'll be surprised. Because we all the time cut them short, they become so bad. They think we are good for nothing, we don't know what to do. All the time they're telling us like this. Or even if you have to tell them, tell about somebody else. Like that boy, he was absolutely useless, he didn't know what to do. He spoiled the whole carpet. I went to his house and slipped down. The child immediately gets in there. But directly, all the time hitting the child, you see, gives him a personality which does not hold anything substantial with him. He might later on become a very arrogant person, taking a cue from his parents, and he may behave the same manner. But he would not be that dignity which just is silent and is expressing and manifesting. It should be a silent dignity which just manifests. And when people see such a person, it happens. People see and say, oh, what a man, what a dignity. You see, that's what. And they become sort of ideals for society. I think this correcting the children is not the way. It is not disciplining, but it is making them grow. What we have to give to our children is the joy, is happiness of the family, is the complete security, a sense of complete security. And you will see you will never have teenage problem. Never have teenage problem. You'll be surprised. You put them anywhere, they'll be so dignified and so mature that people will be amazed. You won't have to tell them. Even small little children I've seen. If you keep your house very clean and also always look after it, children themselves will keep it clean. They would like to. Because children are really the budding beauties. When we cut them at the root. They expect so much from us, you see. They lose all their dignity. And I tell you, you try this with your children. Give them dignity. You will be amazed how they behave.